So greetings to all my fellow YouTubers and welcome back to yet another video on Win vs Droid. And here we have a new box from Snapdeal. I'm quite excited to open this thing. Now I have already done the unboxing of Android. I think ice cream sandwich, jelly bean, and Kit Kat. I already use a lollipop device now, and this is a marshmallow based device. And soon I'll be having the devices based on Android Nougat as well as Android O, whatever name Google assigns it. So as of now, I have till lollipop and this is the marshmallow part. So let's see which one is this. And inside that package we have yet another box, and I don't have my usual YouTube camera equipment, so I won't be able to show you the live unboxing. I would have to do it first and then show you the contents. So that's how this video will be. So guys, this is what is inside, and this is the device that I went for, Xolo Era 2X. Now currently I'm using this Euphoria as well as my Lumia 640, and I want to retire both of these devices so that I can retain them longer. And also I'm shooting this video using my iPhone 6. So let's go and unbox. Now initially I decided to go for the Swipe Elite Sense from Flipkart, which was available for which generally retails for 7,500, but it was available for 6,000 rupees during the summer sale, and I purchased it. I got 200 rupees cashback, so I paid only 5,800 rupees. But unfortunately the delivery guys somehow managed to damage it, and Flipkart refunded me the price without providing me a separate new product, new unit. So I decided not to go and purchase from Flipkart again. So I went with Snapdeal, and also Snapdeal was having 10% off with the HDFC credit card, so I went for this thing. This is the 2 GB version. Had I paid 500 more, I would have got 3 GB, but I didn't went for the 3 GB version since I did not want to spend much on a marshmallow device, as I'm already planning to go for Android 7 and O soon. Anyways, let's have a look at the box first. It says Xolo Era 2X. The MRP is not mentioned over here. White box, okay, here it says 7,500 rupees, and it's made in, okay, so it was manufactured in India, so it's a made in India device, which is great. Some specs over here: 5-inch HD screen, 2 GB RAM, 16 GB ROM, and it has a MediaTek processor, which I think it's not mentioned here. It's a quad-core processor, and Android 6. It has a fingerprint sensor, 8 megapixel rear, 5 megapixel front camera, 2500 mAh battery, and it also supports 4G SIM, one at a time. It has these sensors: GPS, gravity, proximity, and ambient. And that's it. So now let me unbox it and show you the contents inside as well as the phone. And this is the phone itself. Let's keep it aside. Here's the charger. Take it out. Micro USB cable, normal standard earphones which are in-ear type, and this huge 2500 mAh battery, and you also get certificate. So strangely they don't provide any user manual, I think, which is not a bad thing considering not many people make use of that. So let's check this charger rating, and then we'll also have a look at the phone itself. Okay, so the charger rating was 1 ampere, and this is the phone itself. It's pretty lightweight without the battery. Seems like it's quite lightweight. I'm amazed without the battery how lightweight it is, and even I don't think it would weight along with the battery much. So this is the phone itself. Looks very good in hand. And I never thought I would be purchasing a Xolo handset, since they make very bad products. I never felt that they make value for money products, but this thing was different. I think this is totally value for money if it performs well and lasts at least a year or two. Then this seems like a very good device. So I'll put in the battery, set up the device, and then we'll proceed. Alright, so it doesn't have a hybrid SIM slot and it has a removable battery, as we already know by now. So which is a good thing considering most of the smartphones nowadays come with hybrid SIM slot and non-removable battery. So I think this is an advantage in this phone. Also the back cover is somewhat very thin plastic, very flexible. So I don't know how much it would last, but even my Euphoria back panel was very similar and it did last, though it had minor damages, but it's still working fine as of now. So I don't think I would be facing much issues with this phone. Alright guys, so I have set this phone up and it's running pretty well. It's very smooth as of now. I haven't faced any issues. Yeah, it feels quite lightweight, I would say, even with the batteries, and it's quite a stylish phone, I would say. I'm pretty impressed by this phone from Zolo. I never thought I would ever praise them for any phone. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the hardware. Here you have the call speaker, front facing camera, some sensors over here, 5-inch HD screen. There are no capacitive touch buttons or physical buttons below. You have on-screen buttons. On this side you have this nice shiny metallic feel, but it's totally plastic if I'm not wrong, and you have power button and volume rockers. At the top you have 3.5mm jack. I think this phone feels a bit like the Moto G3, especially from the sides. The cover is not locked completely. Nothing on the left side. At the bottom you have the microphone as well as the micro USB port for charging and data syncing. At the back you have the 8-megapixel camera, the LED flash, and the fingerprint sensor, which works good. Then you have the Zolo branding and the speaker. So this is the phone. Now Hive Launcher is something which Zolo did try with their Black series, which was highly customized. So it seems like this one too is somewhat customized, not completely stock. I would have preferred totally stock Android, but anyways, not too much customization like the Hive UI on the Black series smartphones. This is the settings. Let's have a look at the storage. So 9.72 GB available, and RAM, where do we check that? Memory, it's 1.3 GB free RAM, and about phone Android 6. Don't know if this thing does anything. Okay, you do get a game. This is the same game, I guess, which you had in Lollipop as well. So that's it as far as the unboxing was concerned of the Zolo Era 2X. And here's my Euphoria running Android Lollipop. Even U has launched a new phone, which is the Eureka Black, running the Android Nougat. But the only thing that's stopping me from purchasing it is that it's highly customized, I guess, UI. It has some Chinese ROM, and I wish they had proper Android stock, Android at least minimum customization. I would have preferred it, but unfortunately they have customized it a lot to my liking, so I won't be purchasing that, and instead I'll wait for some other device for Nougat. And I'm also thinking about Motorola G5, which would be having Nougat, but it would be upgraded to Android O whenever it's available. So then I would have to again check some other Nougat phone. And even Nokia is going to launch after 2 days their new range 3, 5 and 6, but the Nokia 3 doesn't have a fingerprint sensor, but it does have Android Nougat, and it also would be upgraded to Android O. But the lack of a fingerprint sensor is something which I am not happy with, so I would be skipping that as well. And let's hope I find some better device with Nougat and Android O in the coming months. So that's it. And now I have ice cream sandwich, jelly bean, Kit Kat, lollipop, and finally marshmallow. So I have these 5 versions. I also had the previous version with Dell Streak 5, but unfortunately, as you might have seen in the unboxing video, the seller didn't send a battery, so I couldn't check if it's working or not, and I had to send it back. So that's something I missed out on. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.